The echoes of a bittersweet season still linger around the Emirates, a stark reminder that playing beautiful football alone has never been enough. This summer, the responsibility falls squarely on the shoulders of Mikel Arteta and Mikel Arteta to prove that Arsenal have matured both on the pitch and in the boardroom. There's no room left for half measures, patchwork solutions, or late-season collapses. The transfer window must address every crack exposed last year and lay the foundation for a truly competitive 2025-26 campaign. Arsenal's first bold move in their midfield overhaul, beating Real Madrid to the signature of Martin Zubimendi. It's more than just a big-money signing. It's a statement. Zubimendi brings the structure, stamina, and tactical intelligence Arsenal's midfield has long lacked. But beyond the steel and control he offers, this deal signals something far more profound. Under Berta and Arteta, Arsenal are now capable of outmaneuvering Europe's giants at the negotiating table. Many feared Real Madrid's pull would be too great, but Arsenal's early deposit and clever timing, aligning the deal with the start of a new financial year to skirt financial fair play limits, delivered the final blow with ruthless precision. Still, as good as he is, Zubimendi can't shoulder the weight of a 10-month Premier League season and a deep Champions League run on his own. That's why keeping Thomas Partey for at least one more season is non-negotiable. Yes, he's 32. Yes, suitors are lining up with hefty salaries, but Arteta knows better than anyone just how vital he still is. As the manager himself put it, this might be Partey's most consistent season. His performances, his fitness, his presence, it's been brilliant. He's crucial for us. Letting Partey leave now would leave Arsenal dangerously thin in midfield, especially with Declan Rice being more of a pure number 6, Jorginho gone to Flamengo, and few natural number 8s in the squad. Enter Fabio Vieira, a card yet to be played. The £35 million investment from 2022 has yet to fully bloom. After a return to Porto last season, he delivered 5 goals and 5 assists in a modest campaign. Nothing sensational, but still a reminder of the potential he holds. In Arteta's structure, players who can unlock games with a single pass or long-range effort are rare. Odegaard is the standout, but even he can't be expected to carry that creative burden alone. Vieira, if he sharpens his focus, could still be the wild card Arsenal need. His post-match comments after the Club World Cup clash against PSG. Cautious but telling, "Now is not the time to talk about my future. I'm 100% focused on Porto. Everything else can wait." That ambiguity leaves just enough room for Arsenal to give him one final audition. Midfield depth can't just be theoretical, it must be tested in real-world battles. Meanwhile, one quest continues to haunt Arteta, the search for a true number 9. Since Aubameyang's departure, Arsenal have lacked that consistent finisher to turn slick passing and high-tempo control into goals. Gabriel Jesus has struggled with injuries and form, while Trossard and Havertz are more decoys than destroyers. Enter Victor Gyökeres. Strong, relentless, presses like a monster, holds the ball well, and most importantly, he's been scoring at a freakish rate. 97 goals in 102 matches for Sporting. What club wouldn't want him? But Sporting's hardline stance and sky-high asking price cooled Arsenal's initial pursuit. Rumors of a £59 million release clause were quickly shut down by Sporting's president. No such clause exists. It's not that Arsenal don't want Gyökeres, it's that they're weighing the risk. So eyes turn to Plan B, Benjamin Šeško, a different type of striker. Younger, less streetwise than Gyökeres, but fast, technical, and stylistically aligned with Arsenal's fluid attacking patterns. 21 goals last season, Champions League experience, and a clear hunger to prove himself in the Premier League. But Leipzig aren't pushovers either. They want between 68 to 85 million pounds. Šeško himself isn't pushing for a move either, unlike others before him. For Arsenal, it's a question of whether potential is worth such a price tag. Arsenal aren't giving up on Gyökeres yet, keeping lines of communication open in case Sporting soften. But for now, Šeško is the priority. Then there's the left wing, arguably the most complex piece of Arsenal's transfer puzzle. A new left winger is crucial to balance the attack and share the burden that Bukayo Saka has carried alone for 3 seasons. Rodrigo was once a dream target. Arsenal even made moves in May. But with Xabi Alonso reaffirming his trust in the Brazilian, a departure seems off the table, at least until after the Club World Cup. That led Arsenal to Plan B again. Nico Williams, fast, direct, and potentially even more reliable than Rodrigo. But before Arsenal could firm up their structure or sort their budget, Barcelona swooped in, agreeing personal terms. Only the fee with Bilbao remains. A major opportunity, gone. A lesson in hesitation. So now, what's the answer? Some within Arsenal believe Brahim Diaz could be a viable fallback. Cheaper, versatile, and technically gifted. Not explosive like Nico, but capable of drifting between wide and central roles. Yet compared to a fully fit Martinelli, Brahim inspires less confidence. And Martinelli himself? A riddle. Inconsistent form, invisible for stretches, then flashes of brilliance. With Trossard staying and Ethan Nwaneri rising, Martinelli can't just live off reputation. Milan are watching closely, ready with a £50 million bid if Arsenal give the green light. Selling him could free up funds to reinvest in a new winger or a top-class striker like Šeško. And who plays left-back impacts all this too. Ricardo Calafiori has proven himself strong and tactically adaptable, able to tuck inside as Arteta prefers. Miles Lewis-Skelly is exciting, but still a gamble to start all season. Whether he stays at fullback or shifts into midfield is a key part of the left side equation. It's now clear, either Martinelli stays and reinvents himself, or Arsenal sell and bring in someone new. What's certain is that Arteta can't afford to let the left flank remain a weak link, especially when Saka's carried the right for far too long. On the defensive front, the message has been quieter but no less deliberate. Jorel Hato tops Arsenal's shortlist, just 19, yet a starter for Ajax since he was 16. Seasoned in the Eredivisie, composed in the Europa League, a natural fit for a possession-heavy, high-pressing system. But he won't come cheap, and rivals like Chelsea and Spurs are circling. Still, Arsenal's persistence signals a long-term vision, not a quick fix. But for every new arrival, someone must go. Zinchenko is the standout candidate to leave. Signed from City to enhance build-up play, his defensive frailties were ruthlessly exposed late last season. His contract runs until 2026, but Arsenal are open to selling, to refresh the squad and free up funds. At the same time, Arsenal must secure the future of Miles Lewis-Skelly. Unlike Zinchenko, he's a gem they simply cannot afford to lose, especially with Real Madrid already circling. His deal reportedly ends in 2026, and if not renewed soon, Arsenal risk losing him just as he breaks into the senior team. Capable at left back or in midfield, his versatility makes him even more valuable. Keeping him is like securing a top signing from within. If Arsenal can nail both Hato and Lewis-Skelly, they'll head into the new season with a defense that's deeper, younger, and tailor-made for Arteta's style. Looking at the bigger picture, the Kepa Arrizabalaga deal encapsulates Arsenal's evolving approach: smart, targeted, and fiscally responsible. For just £5 million, they're bringing in a Premier League-proven keeper, ready to step in for Raya if needed. Once the world's most expensive goalkeeper, Kepa hasn't lived up to the hype, but as a number 2 at Arsenal, he's an ideal fit. Experienced, technically sound, and good with his feet. His wages aren't cheap, but his value as a safe pair of hands makes it a worthwhile investment. Kepa, though, is just one small cog in a much larger machine. Arsenal are undergoing a full squad restructuring. 20 players will leave by the end of June. Some, like Jorginho, were key contributors. Others were loanees or fringe players whose time has come. Reducing the wage bill is critical. Zinchenko, Lokonga, Reis Nelson, Vieira, even young Karl Hein, all are under review. It's clear, Arsenal know what they need: space, flexibility, room for new signings. A squad that's leaner, meaner, and more in sync with their ambitions. If they execute this vision correctly, Arsenal won't just enter the new season with a better team. They'll enter with a real shot at glory. This summer isn't just about transfers, it's about transformation. And the Gunners are finally acting like a club, ready to take what they've long been chasing, not just dream of it.